As in, one stream, easy and quick. Don't think those little nubbins should be there. In fact, it says to remove them in the instructions. So I'll do that. Yeah. There's the exhaust pipe. Right there. And suspension doodadery. We need some of that. It looks like it should be impossible to mix these up, so I don't think I need to worry about keeping them separate. We'll find out. Oh yeah, is that all I need? For the first part of step 1 it is. It's time for knife. These on the bottom. Those are probably guide pins, so don't shave them off. I guess that would make that not the bottom if there's guide pins on it. That's probably the top, judging by the way things are shaped. I don't know how visible the sides of the frame will be. Probably not exceptionally visible. So I'm not going to worry too much about those seams or mold lines there, because they're not that bad. But the nubbins are kind of bad. That's my fault for allowing these nubbins to exist. This music sounds like I should be, like, riding along on a horse through a forest or something. That would make it hard to build models. Neat enough. No, there's a nubbin still attached. Ah. All right. Now we are ready for glue. Everybody's favorite liquid. Okay, we go this way up. And that. The instruction seems to show the hole being on this bit, but it's actually there. Well, maybe it's just my imagination with the instructions. Maybe it's meant to show it being behind this part, but it doesn't do a good job of that. But you can see it's next to it in this picture. So, let's get angry, I guess. Look at that. Nice and in focus. You can't tell because you can't see my phone. Basically just plops right into place, which is my favorite kind of plop. Super easy. Hello, Herbert. Glue cast eternal Erpaderp. How you doing, Trekan? Hope you're well. I believe I'm about to do this right. If it was wrong, it wouldn't fit very well. Well, came from the painting table. I'm sorry, I have seen the game. You've seen the game? Uh-oh. Very Leaf Springs. Put that upside down just in case. You never know. I mean, maybe other people know, but I don't. Knowing things is hard. Well, this is one of the things. One of two things that we want. I can't get my clipper in there to make a good cut. I mean, I can cut it, but not as close to the part as I want it. It's a little bit of mold line on the axles, but I'm not really worried about that. Same as on the drive shaft. I am going to get rid of the nubbins because I cannot tolerate a nubbin. The soccer team from your hometown had to play 2 games of regulation to stay in the league. Thursday they lost at home, played very bad. Today they had to win 3-0, and they did. Won the following penalty shooting. Happy that they have won. Overall, they deserved it. Well, good. I don't understand soccer. Somebody would get really mad if we called it soccer. That's why we call it soccer. But I'm glad you're happy about it. This is a bit difficult to hold firmly enough with the thin bit on it. I feel I'm going to break it. Also, I took a bit of a nick out of that. Bit too much. Nobody will know, though. Because nobody will tell anybody. But to sum it up, people kicked a ball and did things. Also, hey KBJ, over on YouTube. Multi-platform streaming. Mr. Fancy Pants, that's what they call me. Not. More like Mr. No Pants. I am actually wearing pants. Don't worry. Or, alternately, don't get too excited. Okay, this goes in, believe it or not, inside the under bit of the frame and joins with the suspension. That looks about right. I would know, being an expert on World War II ambulances. Hi, YouTube. Good old YouTube. I don't want to hold the little SOB. Whoops. And nobody is surprised that it's a good fit because it's a Tamiya kit. You'd be more surprised if it didn't fit. And then we have this, which will facilitate the holding of the front wheels, which I believe to be an important part of this vehicle. Very dramatic music. I guess someone has stolen the unfinished Ace Kit tractor. Yeah. It got damaged. I dropped the box it was in, and I couldn't be bothered fixing it. And I didn't really feel like dealing with the all the flash it had. I may continue it, but the carpet monster has struck. Rude. I can't seem to see where the part's gone. That's fun. I'll be back. Have fun? We don't do that around here. Excuse me. That's a very pleasant greeting. Because I'm a pleasant person. When you eat pizza and it has pineapple on it, that's better than what the Italians intended. Along here. And going all where it's all wibbly wobbly there. I'm gonna build a mule. This is what the animal mule looks like. Could be wrong. I've never been wrong before, but I'm willing to accept that one day I might be. Aw, who built that?
Having a good night's sleep, I am.
That's fine. Oh, it wasn't even... I thought it was dead. That was some very tense will he find it music. But I did find it. I didn't run over it with my chair. Now let's glue it on so it doesn't go back into the carpet monster's gullet. Oh yeah, 100 times the carpet monster has struck. This is not something we celebrate. Fuck you, carpet monster. Here's to 100 more. Turn the camera back on, Herbert.
Balls.
Balls indeed. That's upside down. It's not very well framed for the video, but I'm sure it'll be fine. You can't get it now, carpet monster. Shithead. Carpet monster will just take the entire frame. I shouldn't provoke the beast. But I do. Because I'm an idiot. Okay, the front wheels have a slot on the back bit, and the rear wheels get a round bit. Otherwise, they are different. I can see how they're different. It's in the hub. The rear wheels have a thicker hub with like 2 C's. They go together. And we don't mix them up. Because easily confused Herbert is easily confused. Yes, I will remove the mold line from around the wheel. That'll be fun. That'll be a real blast. I do wish they would model more wheels with a little bit of a flat spot on the bottom to represent weight. But that's not the case here. I guess if I really wanted that, I could just heat them up and do it myself, but I'd find a way to mess it up. Then I'd be very upset. Over there. Currently building a 48 scale Sturmtiger. Haven't painted any previous models. I mean, you don't really need to. You don't have to paint them, but it is nice when you do paint them. Now you got a message for the carpet monster on your cell phone. Oh man. What if I just don't look at it? Also, hey Mergalito, how you doing? You ready for some wheel action? It's gonna be really good. And there will be no carpet monster attacks. None. Not even one. Yeah, there's some keying on the inside here. For whatever reason. I don't see why that would need to be keyed. But Mr. or Mrs. Tamiya can do what they like with their designs. Am I not getting the bit in the keying? It's not twisting like it did before I put the glue on. There. Tiny little gap there for the glue to seep into. And the rear ones are a bit different. I can see why you would want keying here because it's a slot. And obviously there's a part for it to slot into later. Maybe. I assume. Yeah, no carpet monster attack for anyone from now on. Only truth on the internet. That's the way it's gonna be. It's gonna be a much better world now. Look at that. Step 2 complete. Boy, we're real efficient today. Not really. It's taken half an hour. It's not a race. And would you believe it? Would you believe the next step is to put the wheels on? I'm shocked. Was that some sarcasm, Herbert? You being sarcastic? A little bit. There's also the top of the fuel tanks, which is probably important. You don't want just a tub of fuel sitting on the side of your vehicle. You don't believe me? Well, you caught me in my lies. I will not apologize. Okay. MK. That's pretty simple. Mister, to me it'd be like, should I make a low in-demand ambulance car thing? Or the extremely high in-demand Bob Semple? Well, I like to be a dog cunt, so ambulance it is. People love me. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, that does not mean you are not helpful. When I have doubts, I ask myself, what would Herbert say? And do the opposite of that. I guess you do this too. I do. I'm like, what would I do? Guess I won't do that. There's a little bit of a gap along there, but not so gappy that I will get angry about it. pressure and glue mostly takes care of it anyway. Like most things. You got a problem? Stick glue on it and press on it. Press it down. It'll go right away. Now, wheels. Front. It's like that. Not a lot of play to it, but that's fine. We don't need it to be steering. And it should be pretty easy to have nice and straight. Look at that. That's a wheel. If I have problems with cooking, things are not tasty. I use pressure and glue. Yeah, that's how you do it. Wasn't there an AI thing where it was telling people to add glue to like cheese or something to make it stretchy or something? This is the bit where I make a joke about it being really good. Everybody will laugh and say, "Gee, Herbert, how do you come up with these original jokes every single time?" And I won't tell them because that's my special secret. The next instruction is attaching bulkhead, befestigen der Querwand, fixation de la closion. I can read other languages perfectly fine. Just deciding if that little nubbin was a tab or a nubbin. Ha ha ha, gee Herbert, how do you come up with these original jokes every single time? It's a secret. Come to Herbert's stream. I'm slaughtering your native language too. I'm looking on the wrong sprue. What a flipping idiot. Actually, no, I'm not. This is the G sprue. No, this is the... Oh, it must be a clear part. Oh, what an idiot. Now, how much do I have to worry about actually keeping the clear parts clear? Do I care that much? I care a little bit. I am thinking about leaving it partially unbuilt so you can paint the interior of the driving compartment at least. I believe this is the only clear window into the people fixing compartment. It's not quite a square. Just plops in like that. There doesn't seem to be, excuse me, a whole lot of point in keeping that clear. But if I look in the instructions, I'll see how I need to do it. How I need to do it to leave the cab paintable. It looks like I'll need to have both roofs not glued into place, because the rear roof goes the door is shaped such that there's a little bit cut out of it to clear the spare wheel. There's also a bulge on the side of the body for it. That's dedication to the spare wheel. No, we need the body. And a little boxy thing. It looks like an esky, or a cooler, as Americans might call it. Or, if you're a New Zealander, a chully bun. Brew. You put your beers in it. That's probably what it is. You gotta have your ambulance beers. I'm happy you didn't glue it on head over wheel. I wouldn't. Not cutting off a detail. It looks like a nobbin. It must be a nobbin. What else? It looks like it had an instruction to put these little lights on, but it's just a little pop-out to show you what they want you to paint. I wasn't confused, you were confused. Maybe that's actually a seat. That can't be right. Now I'm kind of wondering if it would be more difficult if I glued this onto the frame before gluing all the rest of the stuff onto the body. Because that's how they want me to do it. I'll do it how the instructions say. Rebelling against the instructions doesn't seem like the sort of thing I would do. I am never... What? 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 Okay. Okay. That looks wrong because it's... This bit is angled that way, but this is straight. I thought I was doing it wrong for a second. That couldn't be right. Sounds like something sinister is about to happen. Also, I just noticed that the instruction says attach parts in numbered order. I think I did that anyway, but if I didn't read that and did it wrong, I would be probably mildly annoyed. I'm going to take a quick break to refill my beverage. I'll be back in a minute. Have fun? We don't do that around here. Excuse me. That's a very pleasant greeting. Because I'm a pleasant person. When you eat pizza and it has pineapple on it, that's better than what the Italians intended. Along here. And going all where it's all wibbly wobbly there. I'm gonna build a mule. This is what the animal mule looks like. Could be wrong. I've never been wrong before, but I'm willing to accept that one day I might be. Aw, who built that?
Having a good night's sleep, I am.
That's fine. Oh, it wasn't even... I thought it was dead.
I did too. I was wondering why its breath was warm on my neck.
Happy Pi Day. Is it Pi Day? Only if you're an American and you have the date backwards. It's the 14th of the 3rd. Which sounds like a bigger pie, so that's relevant to my interests. Hey, you want to buy some bread and chocolate cereal? Why am I so much taller than you?
Just some god. This doesn't seem any better.
No, the driving's improved. It's much more realistic.
Have a nice day.
No, you have a nice day. I'll let that bond for a bit longer and... Actually, no. I won't. I'll glue it together now. Ooh. My heart's full of blood. Stop trying to be funny, Herbert. I overcharged them. Oh, yeah, fucking love glue. Well, he's got a shithouse. But I can't use it. Is that amount of whistling historically accurate? Of course it is. You think I would just blow the whistle for no reason all willy-nilly? No fucking way. There's a... There's a lip there. Also, the carpet monster struck. What a bastard. Get out of my doorway. Did you watch me sleep? Yep, you're a good dog, I can tell by looking at you. Just ran away. There was never any danger. Old Herbert doesn't have a good grip on reality. Go on. No, buy another one. Don't just buy one. You're just gonna have to come back and buy more if you only buy one. Let's use the log bench. How good's sitting? It's not great living by a railroad. It's not good news. I've got a grenade drink. The pin. They don't usually pop like that. And then I put it on my mouth, and there's a flavor explosion. Kaboom, as they say. Delicious. Okay. Oh, music. Now we need to build the rest of the ambulance body. The ambo body, as we call it in Australia. Let's just get all of these bits. Probably. I wasn't expecting that to fall out. Not calling it ambu-cunt? No, that's making it longer. Ambo is shorter. That's what we do to everything. We either add O or E to the end of the word. Very creative we are. Oh, also, they want me to add this bit. I'm having a hard time finding the nubbins. That's what she said. Not a bad problem to have. There's that bulge for the spare wheel. I guess there probably wasn't space under the frame or something for it. Maybe they could just put it in the back and give the patient something to do to distract them from their injuries. Here, hold this wheel. But I'm bleeding everywhere. Yes. Hold the wheel. It'll make you feel better. Sperry wheel? Sperry wheel? Sperry wheelo. Okay, maybe we don't do that to every single word. It's like calling people Davo or Damo. You could say Dave, and it's shorter, but Davo is better than David, and Damo is better than Damien. I think. No. More nubbins. Now it's time for gluing. Maybe put it where the instructions show it being put, Herbert. That's pretty good. I think guys called Damo or Davo would be great employees in a supermarket. Just saying. They probably would be. There we go. Is there a numerical order for this? Apparently, yes. It says 1, 1, oops, 2. Okay, so we put the sides on first, I guess. And that part wasn't numbered. Maybe I'll put glue on the inside of these bits. That'll help. And then on here, not this bit, but this bit. That seems to have gone together good and neat. Again, not surprising because Tamiya, it is expected that it goes together nice and neat. Oh, we're up to step 6. Hold on to your dicks. We're at step 6. Excuse me. I'm just looking and trying to understand. But not doing a good job of understanding. Maybe I'll cut the parts out and that'll help me to understand. What a concept. Okay, 21. Can't tell if that's a nubbin. It's probably a nubbin. And 21 goes on the close side. Okay, so it shows doing this. Ah, I get it. I understand things. Sometimes I've got a brain. Yeah, it's big brain time. And there are forward mud flaps too, which I suppose probably should be put on at the same time. You need brain counter. I don't have enough spaces on my stream deck for another counter that I would pretty much never use. No. Where did that go? Caught in the chair. Not fed to the carpet monster. Well, there are also some little steppy boys for the front part. Stirrups? More stirrup than step. I've done those. That almost sounded like the horn at the start of Deep Space Nine, the DS9 theme. Not quite. Okay, let's show the camera how this is done. EZ. And then you can dump a bunch of glue on top here. And it'll seep into the gaps and make a nice bond. Praise the glue god. I haven't tested it, but I'm assuming ones at the front are exactly the same. I was going to say, and we put that aside, but we don't. Still got to add the stirrupy things. Excuse me. That might be a tweezer task. That looks really good. That's a good way of doing that. With two little tabs on the back. It gives it a lot of bonding area. But it still looks like it's flush on the side part. You've already determined that was a tweezer one, Herbert. Our crew included. Yes. One crew figure. Look at him. He may never get built. I don't feel like having crew in this. The next step is to attach the chassis. Fixation du chassis. That shouldn't be hard. I can do that. There's little guide doodads and all. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. No crew this time? Yep. It's unusual, I know. There's probably some contact points there somewhere. It's not looking very ambulance yet. Still needs more bits. How about a seat? A seat for our non-existent crewman. That's pretty seaty. You could put your butt in that. Painting and decals can turn it into an ambulance, maybe. Did come with ambulance-y decals. And that's all for the... There's a bit of flash around the tip of this knob. Who did that? You know, it's probably easier to put the stick things in before the seat. And that is shaped such that you can only put it in the correct way, which I appreciate because for a moment I was confused which way was the correct way, not knowing how the sticks should be positioned in an ambulance like this, because I've never seen one before. It's almost ready to be driven. I'm confused by what I was looking at, but then I realized it's probably actually the clear plastic bit, which goes in the back of this. And if I'm leaving the roof off to paint it, that means it should be pretty easy just to plop the clear bit in when it comes time to paint. I needed that sprue. That's a very nicely molded grill part too. I don't know whether you can see that, but That's pretty good, in my opinion. Allegedly. That's pretty neat. I do appreciate these big guide tabs. They should go on the bottom of the bonnet. Ah! Just can't hold on to this grill. That's very nicely molded. Thumbs up, Mr. and or Mrs. Tamir. That doesn't fit because you could be putting it on the wrong way. Excuse me. Hell yeah. Don't drop it. I'm quite impressed with that. That's one of the easiest multi-part bonnets that I've ever put together. Nice Motorhaube. Does that mean motor house? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? We don't need that yet. We do need these little canvas covers. Canvas doors. Motorhaube means hood or bonnet. That was my second guess. I think motor house sounds better though. It's a house for your motor. Okay, do we put these on before or after? Don't drop it. I'm going to try putting the door flaps on first. I realized I didn't neaten them up yet. Yeah, don't drop it. That's no part dropping music. No. You can only do it when the music is right. This is the anti-part dropping playlist. It looks more bent than I think it should be. But then, what would I know? Don't know if it's meant to come away from the body like that. It'll probably mostly be hidden by the mudguard anyway. If not, we can just shove some mud in there. That's your solution for everything. Does look the same on both sides, so it's probably correct. That just basically just drops right together. Very little kajiggering required. Big thumbs up. Like that. The next step is dashboard and driver figure. The next step is dashboard. Doesn't show the steering wheel in that instruction, but you've got to assume that it's coming soon. So I'll clip it out. Okay, that's good. There's an extra nubbin here. Get out. Straight to nubbin jail. wants these glued together. Just wants everything glued together. And in the name of the glue god, I'm happy to oblige. Had it right the first time, Herbert, you stupid idiot. I won't just go rushing ahead and put the steering wheel on, because that might cause a problem. I'm not here to cause problems. Herbert 1, Tweezers 0. Get wrecked, Tweezers, you butts. Okay, this goes on. No crew figure is shown. See? No crew figure is shown in the instructions. More glue in there. Take that, whoever the opposite of the glue god is. Is there an opposite of the glue god? Used to me as 48 scale models in 28mm gaming. Yeah, you can. I mean, as long as the people you play with agree to it, but it's not really designed as a gaming piece, is all I'm saying. Can't tell if I'm getting rid of the gap in there or not. Nah, it looks fine. It's the outside that matters. That's what they say, isn't it? Now, more bits of doodadery, including the mirrors which hang down from the roof part. I feel like leaving the roof off is just going to invite the mirrors to be knocked off. That's the way it's got to be. Excuse me. I mean, it doesn't got to be. That's the way it's got to be if I want it to be easier. B8. Bait. Try to clip that out without destroying the shape of it. And we got 2 ventilation doodads for the roof. Which... well, they're smaller than the base part, so getting the big decal over the top of them probably won't be a problem. And side mirrors. I would like to paint this pretty soon for something different, but there is other things in my painting queue, so I'm going to have to put that somewhere carefully and protective, so not just sitting on the desk, so those mirrors don't get broken. The opposite of the glue god is the super glue devil from the dark side of the glue world. That makes sense. That's what it is now. That's how easily religions are made. Now we just need to figure out how to get idiots to give us money in the name of the glue god. So many little bits to clean up off this. It's kind of annoying. If it was just a flat edge, straight down, that would be easier. There's a little lip around the bottom that probably want to keep. It's part of the thing. That's good. How does the glue god know you love him if you don't give him all your money? Exactly. Give. Dig deep and give. Give until it hurts. And then keep giving. It's very nice of them to put front on the roof in here. Oh, that just drops right on. I want to glue that now. Actually, it doesn't quite drop right on. Got to press down on it on that side. And then we would... Well, there's another bit that goes in the middle, but they should sit together in some fashion. Like that. Maybe it's going to be easier just to have them separate and glue it together when the time comes. Almost done. Cleaning tiny bits up. Just drop that. You don't need to hold the parts, Herbert. Thought I broke that for a second. I was about to do a swear, I was. Precisely. And I guess this gets glued on the front where it fits. Perfect. Should press record before I glue stuff together without recording it. Doesn't seem to want to stay perfect there. So we'll just hold it a bit longer. Is that all for the front? Yes. We've got to put the vents on the top though. Otherwise, how are people going to breathe? People love breathing. Then, front roof. If I could pick this part up with my fat fingers, everything would be okay in the world. Feck. I put a very faint gluey fingerprint on the roof there. I'll have to fix that sometime. And I'm assuming these little holes are for the antennas, rear view mirrors. And as long as we don't put them on backwards, should be good. It's a good, solid keying for them, which helps. And as long as you can actually pick the part up and manipulate it, the glue won't evaporate before you get it into place. Looks good. I don't especially want to sit this on the roof of the thing without, when I've just put glue on. Should be fine. There's not much contact area there. There we go. One British ambo. They don't call them ambos in Britain, Herbert. That's an Australian thing. One British ambo. Complete-ish. Glue is the answer. The beginning and the end. The Holy Glibble says. The Holy Glibble. I guess I've read it as glibble, but you'd probably be meaning it to be said as glibble. Glibble is better. Consult the Holy Glibble. Maybe I've inhaled too much of the glue. Fantastic. This has been a really fun kit. I was, you'd expect it to be a kit to be pretty good and fun, but this was exceptional. I think it's a pretty new one. Let's put it there where you can look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I'm gonna end stream. That was just over 2 hours. Good. I don't think I'll do a raid. I'm very hungry. And unfortunately for me, I need to go out and buy groceries before I can eat. So I'm gonna do that. I may, depending on how I feel, stream a game this evening. Nice Krankenwagen! Is that German for ambulance? Because I really like that. Krankenwagen! I may play a game tonight, probably Farm Sim or something. I really enjoy Farm Sim at the moment, but that's no guarantee. I was going to play it last night, but I fell asleep like an old man. It's because you are an old man, Herbert. Anyway, we'll be back definitely tomorrow night for more Burger Panther. I think that's all I have to say about that. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.